Good morning, children. Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Myself, Sanmesh, and today we are going to discuss Class 6 Physics assignment, which was provided to you on 8th of July. This assignment is based on the topic electricity and circuits. So let us begin. Now, this is a fill in the blank question. First one. A device that is used to break an electric circuit is called switch. It is called switch because how switch is defined? It is a device which is used to make or break the circuit. So the answer is switch. An electric cell has dash terminals. It has two terminals, children. Electric cell has two terminals which are what? Positive and negative. Positive and negative. I hope the point is clear, children. Let us proceed to our next question. Okay. Explain why the bulb would not glow in the arrangement shown below. Now, as you can see, we have a simple circuit here in which one end of the bulb is connected to the one end of the battery. Another end of the battery or a cell is connected to a metal part of a screwdriver, whereas the handle of the screwdriver is connected to the other end of the bulb. Now, in this case, we should ask ourselves, is the circuit complete? It looks complete because there is in like everywhere there's a proper connection, but still, is the circuit complete? The answer is no, because the handle of the screwdriver is an insulator, children. This is an insulator, so the current will not pass through this part. Okay, obviously this is a metal part, the metal part of the screwdriver, but the handle is an insulator. So in this case, we can say that this is a broken circuit or a incomplete circuit. That's why the bulb will not glow in this case. Bulb will not glow. Why? Because the reason is handle of screwdriver is an insulator. Handle of screwdriver is an insulator. That is the reason the bulb will not glow. I hope the point is clear, children. Let us proceed to our next question. Okay. Complete the drawing shown in the figure to indicate where the free ends of the two wires should be joined to make the bulb glow. It is a very simple question. We just have to complete the circuit. Now here, this is an electric bulb which is given, and see here, this one wire from the switch is left hanging. So what we will do first, we'll connect electric bulb to this wire like this, which goes to this switch. And now another end of the bulb is connected one terminal of the battery. So we need to connect this switch to the another terminal of the battery like this. Now in this case, the circuit will be complete. The circuit will be complete, and the bulb will start glowing. The bulb will start glowing. I hope the point is clear, children. It was a very easy question. Let us proceed further to our next question. Okay. Using the conduction tester on an object, it was found that the bulb begins to glow. Is that object a conductor or an insulator? Explain. Now what they did is use this is called a simple conduction tester. Okay, we can touch the two ends of the conduction tester to any object and find out whether it is an conductor or an insulator. If the bulb glows, then we can say that the current is flowing through this object, right? The current is flowing through this object and it is reaching the bulb. That's why the bulb glows. And the current only passes through the conductor. Current only passes through the conductor. So we can say that this object is an conductor. This object is an conductor. Why? Because if the bulb glows, we can say that the current is passing through this object, and current can only pass through the conductor. Therefore, this object is a conductor. We can say that. Next question, children. Why should an electrician use rubber gloves while repairing an electric switch at your home? Explain. Now, while repairing an electric switch, the electrician, he has a risk of coming into contact with a live wire. Now, if he touch that live wire with bare hand, he might get electrical shock. Okay, he might get electrical shock. To avoid it, he wears rubber gloves because rubber is an insulator. It will not allow electric current to pass through it. So in this way, the electrician might be saved from getting electrical shock. That's why all the electricians, they wear rubber gloves while dealing with the electric circuits or electric switch at our house. You can see it. Okay. I hope the point is clear, children. Let us proceed to our next question. The handles of the tools like screwdrivers and pilers are used by electricians for repair work, usually have plastic or rubber covers on them. Can you explain why? Now, again, whenever an electrician is dealing with electric circuits or he is repairing electric circuits, he needs all these tools, right? Now, imagine if all these tools are completely made up of metals, then what will happen? The metal can easily pass electricity through it. When I'm repairing something with a screwdriver and the screwdriver is entirely made up of metal, there's a chance that it comes into the contact with the live wire and the current passes through screwdriver and through my body, and I might get electrical shock. So to avoid that happening, what we can do is the body or the handle part of the screwdrivers or the pilers are made up of insulators. The handle parts are made up of insulators, which will not allow electric current to pass through them. So this will prevent the electrician from getting shock. I hope the point is clear, children. Let us proceed. Again, this is a similar type of question which we have dealt previously. In a circuit, X is introduced and a bulb starts glowing. For example, again, we have a conduction tester here. We have a bulb. Okay. Here we have a bulb and we have a power source or a battery. So positive, negative, and an object X. This is my object X is introduced in the circuit. Now what will happen? As soon as this object is introduced in the circuit, what they are saying, the bulb, it glows. The bulb glows. So obviously the current is passing through this object X. So we can say that object X is a conductor. Object X is a conductor because the bulb starts glowing and the current is flowing through that object. I hope the point is clear, children. Question number 8. When electric cell has to be replaced with a new one. When electric cell has to be replaced with a new one. Now, we know that electric cell gives us electricity from the chemicals which are stored inside it. Okay, there are chemicals inside electric cells. With the help of those chemicals, that electric cell produces electricity. Now, if those chemicals, if they are completely used up, then that cell is of no use. And after that, we have to replace it. So when the chemicals in the electric cell are used up, the electric cell stops producing electricity. The electric cell then has to be replaced with a new one. Question number 9. A conductor and insulators are equally important for us. Give the reason. Now all our electrical circuits, okay, the connection in those, the wires, they are made up of conductors. Okay, the switch, the plugs, the sockets, they all are made up of conductors. On the other hand, rubbers and plastics are used for covering electrical wires, plug tops, switches, and the other parts of the electrical appliance which we people touch, so that we should not get electric shock. So both conductors and insulators are equally important for the human life. I hope the point is clear, children. Let us proceed to our last question. Question number 10. Fused bulb does not glow. Give the reason. Now, what do you mean by fused bulb? Let us draw a fused bulb here, children. let us draw a simple bulb first. And inside the bulb, we have a thin filament. Yes or no? We have a filament. Filament is a thin tungsten wire, okay, through which the electric current flows. It starts glowing. Okay, whenever the current flows through the bulb, it flows through this filament. It flows through this filament and it heats up this filament. Due to this heating up, this bulb starts glowing. Now, sometimes what happens, children, the temperature is so high that this wire, it breaks, it melts and it breaks. So, for example, if it broke from this particular point, then what will happen? There will be no current flowing through this gap, right? Because there is a break in the circuit. There will be no current flowing through it. So we can say that the circuit is open. In that case, the bulb will not glow. So the fused bulb means what? Its filament is broken. Okay, its filament is broken. So as you can see, I have written it here. An electric bulb may fuse due to many reasons. One reason of the bulb to fuse is the break in its filament. A break in a filament of an electric bulb means a break in a path of the electric current between the terminal of the electric cell. Therefore, the fused bulb does not light up as the current does not pass through the filament. I hope all the solutions are clear to you all. Thank you, children. Thank you so much.